All right. Good morning to the hockey family. It is Monday, September the 2nd, 2025. I hope everyone had a nice weekend here in the States. Of course, Labor Day. So markets were closed yesterday on Monday. Fun weekend for the Kroll family. My parents came down in town here, which is always nice. We always need all the help we can get with our three kids ripping around all over the place. So I know many of you kind of in your last week or so of training before heading to rookie camp or main camp. Not so far after that. So wishing everyone a really nice last week or two at home there. Last week, we kicked off our preseason reviews. So we already kind of got the chance to touch base with many of you just in terms of kind of upcoming plans and funding of accounts, kind of putting that game plan together once the season starts again here. So really nice to kind of touch base and hear about how the summer went. And it's in our office. It's always one of our most fun times of the year. Just kind of catching up with everyone and. Gosh, life's fun to kind of go on the journey with everyone. So looking at markets last week, somewhat uneventful. So global markets relatively flat. Maybe one of the bigger headlines coming out was just NVIDIA's earnings report, just given from a market capitalization point, being the largest company in the world. Okay, so in a nice lesson from this report. So NVIDIA comes out, but by all accounts, really nice quarter. So they reported 56% revenue growth year over year. So really, companies would love to have 56% revenue growth year over year, but the stock didn't move. If anything, it drifted down a little bit lower. And why is that the case? Because valuations matter, right? So as many of you know, NVIDIA trades at a really high multiple, which just means, all that means is that the stock is trading that there's tremendous expectation in the stock, and therefore investors are willing to pay a really high multiple, just given the company's fundamentals. So we call that a growth company, and you certainly want to own growth companies. Okay, so in our office, of course, NVIDIA makes up about 8% of the S&P 500. So every one of our clients is going to own a piece of NVIDIA. It's just you want to be very intentional about how much NVIDIA is in the portfolio, right? And even in some of these reviews, many of you were surprised just at how well international markets have done, relative to the U.S. and NVIDIA and some of those things, over the first 8 months of the year. So just a good lesson there. Like, valuations matter, even if you are the biggest company in the world. Outside of that, here in the States, Friday's core PCE number. Okay, so that's the Fed's preferred metric for inflation, up about 2.9% as expected. The market's still pricing in, roughly a little higher than an 85% chance of a Fed rate cut in September. All right, so we'll see the way that goes. Stracks out of the office this week. The poor guy got invited to another Stanley Cup party. I don't know how many times I've seen he didn't win one, but like he's had a beer or two out of that thing, that's for sure. But anyway, wishing everyone a wonderful week ahead here. Questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to our team. And we're excited for another week of preseason reviews here. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.